If we accept the Democrats' new standard where we believe women just because they're making an allegation, regardless of corroboration, substantiation, or proof, just the allegation, what happens to black men in our country? I think we've seen what happens to them in the history.
Well, again, I would disagree with you on one point that the Democratic standard is that allegations without substantiation are things that we should accept. I think what people are saying is that, as I've said several times on your show, we just want an investigation. We want to investigate this. And then when you talked about Emmett Till, you have to understand Emmett Till was never accused of a crime. That was never an allegation. He was accused of getting fresh with a white woman, and then there was no legal uh, ramifications to that. It was an extra legal killing. So I think those are two very different cases. If you're trying to make a reference to Kavanaugh, from the very beginning, you know that I've come on your show and said, look, I'm not saying that I believe or disbelieve anything that was said. I just wanted to find out the
Right.
facts, as many facts as are available. And I agree with you
And
that African
kudos
Americans.
to you. Kudos to you on
Yeah,
that. I don't think that I think you're different than a lot of senators on the Judiciary Committee who said before Dr. Ford even opened her testimony, they said, we believe you, and we're glad you're here, before any of the proof either way had been presented under oath. So kudos to you for not joining in that. I find it to be very different. I do think there's a correlation. I think you can see in the Emmett Till case when a woman was believed, and I know it wasn't a crime, but that makes it even worse. She was believed, and there was the most brutal, horrible, disgusting lynching you've ever seen. I mean, all of them are, but that one was just unconscionable in our country. But just this summer, actually, there were two football players at Sacred Heart University who were accused of rape by a 20-year-old girl. She said at this party, they forced her in the bathroom and brutally raped her. They were kicked out of school. They lost their football scholarships, and later on, she admitted that she lied, that she invited them to have sex with her to make another man jealous, she said, but their lives were already ruined. We see what happens when a school, and the school is acting the way that Democrats want us to act about Dr. Ford, when they believed her allegations just because she levied the allegations. That's
No,
dangerous.
I agree with you. And I think the other thing that you have to acknowledge, Liz, is that you're bringing in elements of race and class, which are not really at play when we're talking about Brett Kavanaugh. That's a totally different situation. But I do agree with you that, we have to substantiate any kind of allegation. You can't just, allege something and not do a full investigation. I think Sacred Heart dropped the ball there. They should have done a better investigation and given these young men full due process, which is what I've wanted for Judge Kavanaugh from the very beginning.